Thank you very much for purchasing this amazing product called Static Marker by Wonder Makers. It is a really powerful effect for everyday magic. Before we start, I need to recommend you this video seminar, The Hole by Peter Edging, because the secret is the same, but we'll teach you 7 completely different magic effects only with one static marker. So, now let's take a look what it is inside your box. So, now we will see what it is inside your box. To open the box, you simply go like this, take a Sharpie marker and your starting pack. Over here you can see the first starting pack for you. There is an elastic thread. You can see the picture, the thread that I use on this screen. And of course, over here you can see several plastic discs with 2 holes. I will teach you how to make it in a minute. So now I will show you the main gimmick, the static marker gimmick. Over here you can see the plastic disc. So the secret is hidden inside the marker. I will show it to you that there is a thread with a plastic disc over here. Using this method, you will show 7 magic effects only with one marker. So if you broke your thread, don't worry, now I will show you how to refill your thread in a very easy way. Let's do it. So, to refill your marker, all you need to take is a hole puncher, an ordinary cocktail tube, it must be big, your broken static marker without a thread over here, an ordinary plastic, from any plastic bottle, I use Coke, a needle or a tip, I will use this one, a starting pack with your elastic thread, and plastic disc with 2 holes. You can see them over here. I use this elastic thread, you can see it over here. It's made in Germany, and from another side you can see more information about it. It is a very good thread for this trick. Tweezers and a scissors. So let's begin how to refill your static marker. If you want to refill your marker, all you need to do is just take off this portion of the marker. So how I do it? I take the cap, I put it on and go like this on the table. So the cap is now on this portion of the marker. So I take my left hand, put it on this position and with a nice grip. The right hand is going over here, and now you need to make this circular motion. Watch, just this circular motion and to the right. So I will show you. 1, and this portion will come off very easily. But sometimes you need to make it with the tweezers. So you take any tweezers and a handkerchief, you take it, then you take and go to the right and just put it off. So, but the main part of this refilling is very simple. 1, 2, and it will come off. So now you can see that this part of the marker is like ready for your show. You take it away, and now you need to do like this. Watch. Oh, and this part of the marker will come off. This is a cocktail tube, but sometimes you need to use tweezers to take it from your gray part of the marker. Now you're ready to refill your marker. So you need to take your starting pack with a plastic holes and a thread. Now take your starting pack with a plastic holes and a thread, open it, and take all the things out of it. So now I will use only one plastic disc. You can see it over here. It is with the 2 holes. So, and I will use a thread. All the plastic disc goes away. So you need to take any amount of the thread because you will fix the tension soon. I will use, for example, like 10 centimeters of this thread, maybe more. Okay, I take it, I take my scissors and I just need to cut it. Okay, now all you need to do is just take your index finger and put it on the plastic disc, and now you can grab it from the table. So take it just like that. Now you can see over here a hole, And it is really difficult, but you need to practice a lot. You take and put a thread inside the first hole. Yes, then you take the second thread, this one, and place it to another hole. You can see the hole over here and a thread over here. Now I will place it just in the middle of this hole. So now you need to take this plastic disc and put it on the middle. I will show it to you. 1 second. Now you can see that our plastic disc is now in the middle of our thread. So now take 1 and 2, just like that. And you need to make 5 or 4 knots. Okay, take the first one. You need to complete it just like that. For the first time it will be really difficult, but you can just practice and you will be able to do it much more faster. So you take it, you place it over here, and you make first knot, just like that. Okay, a little bit higher. You need to just go like this. Then you need to take it again and make the second knot. 1, 2, 3. Okay. Again, it is really difficult to do for the first time. 1, 2, and 3. Yep. Again. 1, 2, oh crap, 1, 2, and 3. Yep. But we need to make like 5 or 6 knots because it is really very important in this magic trick. So you take it, we take it again, you place it inside the circle and then up, just like that. Okay, I think that it is good now. So this is your static marker gimmick that you can see just over here on the table. So I always use my scissors to take this portion off, just like that. So now you can see that knot is over here and the plastic disc is now on the circle. So the gimmick looks like this. So now you need to take the gray part and now you need to put all these threads inside this hole. Sometimes it is really hard to do, but you need always practice. You take it, you put it inside, just like that. In this situation, I sometimes use a needle to put all the knot inside of it. Now I will take a needle and with it I will put the knot inside the marker. And now I will try to just suck the air off the marker, just like that. Now you can see that this portion of the plastic disc is on top of the marker, and now we need to take off from the center of the marker all the threads. So I use this method to just take it, just go like this, and the thread comes off from the center of the marker. You can see it over here. Now you take it, you place it away for 1 second. I will use my tweezers, just like that. So you need to take a cocktail tube, a scissors, and you need to cut just over here, just like that. So take this cocktail tube and a scissors and make 4 cuts. 1, 2, 3, and 4, just like that. And from the other side, it will help you zoom. 1, 2, 3, and 4. Now you need to take your Sharpie marker with this gimmick. Take your cocktail tube and place all the thread inside of it, just like that. Sometimes it will be difficult, but you need just to practice, and you can suck the air off. And now you can see this situation. So now is the most interesting part. After you suck the air off and now your thread is inside the cocktail tube, you need to feel a really good tension. I use it in this way. I take it, I just grab it, and now I feel a really good tension over here in this portion, okay? I feel it, and now I put it over here in this cut. Then I use like several circular motion. Then I go to this cut, one and 2 cut. Then again in a circular motion, and then I go again to several cuts, and again a several circular motion, and the last cut. Yep. And now all you need to do is just release your tension on the cocktail tube, and it will go inside your Sharpie marker. And now you can see that Sharpie marker is ready for the performance, and now it will be a static marker. After that, you need to take this portion of the marker, you place it over here and tap on the table. And now you can just open it very carefully, and now your static marker is ready for performance. You can see that it's working just like that. So now all the effects can be done with this static marker. Yep. So how I make the plastic discs? I need a hole puncher, a plastic. From the plastic bottle, I use like Coca-Cola or Sprite. I just cut it from a bottle, and I will use this plastic over here, and a needle or a tip. I will use this tip. So now you take a plastic, you place it inside just like that, and you can do several holes in your plastic. You can see that there is several holes. So now you just open, take all the plastic discs. Now I use a pin, a tip, and an ordinary box. So you take one plastic disc, you can see it over here. I use this method. I take my index finger, I put it, and just rotate my finger. So now it is on my finger. I place it over here, and now the main part of it, you need to make 2 holes in this. I place it and just go like this. The first one and the second one. Watch, I'll place it and just like that. And now you can see that this plastic disc is ready for your performance, but you need to take it, you place it on any table and use your index finger to just push on it, okay? And I use, for example, my scissors and I push on it too, just like that. So your holes is now flat. So you can take it and put any needle inside of this plastic disc. Boom! So the name of this effect is telekinesis. You can use your static marker and your mind to knock off small different objects from your marker, and you can borrow it from even your spectator. So you can use a ring, a rubber band, any bill, and a cap from your marker. So now let's take a little bit closer to a bill. Now I will explain you how to perform this magic trick for your live audience, because I think that this trick is very practical and it is for everyday magic. So before you are performing this trick, you need to talk a little bit about telekinesis or about static electricity with your audience. And after that, you need to take any bill from them and ask them to fold it in this position. And while they're doing it, you can do your setup. The setup is very simple. You need to place your index finger over here and you need to drag your plastic disc with a thread in this position. So now your plastic disc is under my index finger, and if I release the tension, you will hear the clink. I will show it to you and you will hear 1, 2, the clink, okay? But it needs to look like nothing happened. Watch to my index finger, I just release the tension, boom. Nothing happened because the Sharpie don't move at all. You need just to train this motion because it needs to look very, very natural. And after that you need to train this motion, booms, nothing happens, but this plastic disc goes from this position back to this position, like 1, 2, boom, back in this position. The setup is very simple. Place your index finger, put it in this position, just like that. Then you take a bill. While they're doing it, you need to place it on top of your thread. But the main part of this effect is this. You need to take a bill and make like a circle motion. Just like that. Because your bill needs to be very flat where is the thread. And after that you need just release your tension with your index finger and a bill will fall down. So let's try it again. You take your index finger, put it in this position, you take it horizontally, you take a bill, you place it like that on top of your thread, do it like that, so it is now flat. You can see the thread over here, the thread, and the bill is on the thread. After that, just release your tension, 1, 2, 3. And your bill will come off from the marker. Let's try it with another object. Take it, you pull it back. You take, for example, a rubber band, you put it on your thread, release, and it comes off. And with a ring it is a little bit different because you need to know that you will use a small ring, not very heavy, because this effect will not work with a heavy ring. You place it on this plastic disc. This plastic disc is over here, but your ring is on a thread. And on the count of 3, 1, 2, 3. And it will come off from the marker. There are two ways of the setup. The first one is the fastest and the easiest way. The second one is much more better for the thread, because when you do like this, you will feel the friction that it is over here and your thread can damage. But if you do like this, with your two fingers, go up, and then down. So now the thread will not feel any friction. And after that you need just to release, and you can perform any trick with this marker just using this method. Up, down, and there would be much more less friction. And now I will show you how I perform static touch. I have an ordinary Sharpie, nothing here, no electronics. And please, take your right hand and put it over here, okay? And now I need to talk with him with static electricity. Do you know something about static electricity?
Yes, of course.
Yes, of course. Watch. Do you feel something?
No.
No? I touch you. Okay, watch. You don't feel something, right? But if I do like this, with static electricity, you don't feel something, yes? But I can now do like this, watch. 1, 2, 3. Imagine the static electricity. 1, 2, 3. Watch. And that is the static touch, and let's take a look how to do it. And now I will teach you how to perform this trick and your setup. So let's do it. In this marker there is no electronics at all, but we can simulate the static touch using your plastic disc and a thread. So now let's take a look on your setup. You need to take your index finger and put it on top of this marker and go just in this position and take a little bit of pressure over here. Now, you can see that over here is your thread, but you need to know that nobody knows that over here is a thread. You need to talk with your audience and nobody will see this thread. You need to be brave, because nobody knows your secrets. Now you will say that I will electrify this marker in like simple way, just rubbing your arm or your t-shirt, but you can release your static power whenever you want. It sounds really crazy, but after that you need to ask your spectator to put their right hand in this position, but their hand needs to be really flat, and you need to touch them in this portion of the hand. So you can take a cool joke using your static marker. You take and you ask them, do you feel something? And of course they say, no, I don't feel something, but you said, this is my marker, I touch you, and it sounds like a joke. After that you can touch their hand again and said there is no electricity at all. But now let's imagine that I will shock you using static electricity, and I count to 3, 1, 2, and 3, and now you need just release your index finger and you can hear over here a clink. So, but the main part that you don't need to push on their hand. The effect works like in a centimeter from their hand. You just need to release your pressure and a person will feel an electric shock in their hand. At this point the effect has done, but some spectators want to check the marker. I use two methods. The first method is just you can break your thread. Just like that, go like this, and you can examine, they can examine your static marker. But for the second method, I use an ordinary Sharpie and a static marker. The ordinary Sharpie is going in my pocket in this position. The second one, I perform the shock. The person will feel, oh my god, and I go like this. I will place it in my pocket, just inside, and like talk with them. And if they want to check it, of course you can check and go like this and take an ordinary Sharpie, and then they can examine, they can see that it is a really ordinary Sharpie. So how to use this magic effect a little bit better? My friend Alexander Naporko, you can see his photo over here, use it in a mind reading with a smartphone. He knows a person's PIN code, and after that he used a static marker. He shocked the audience feel the electric shock, and after that they will feel the shock from the PIN code. So he like shock, oh my god, and after that 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and this is your PIN code. And a person will feel like 2 shocks, and it is really very useful. So let's take a look on the another magic effect using static marker. And now I will show you 2 variations for performing impossible balance. The first one look like this. I can like balance this marker on the finger, but if I want, I can balance it in an impossible way. can see it over here. And now I can show you, whoa, that I have an ordinary Sharpie marker. Let's go to the second variation with a spectator. And now I will show you the second variation of this effect. So please go like this, okay? Just so here. I will put it on your finger, watch, and now I can the balance and impossible balance. Watch, it is now impossible balance, but I can show that it is an ordinary Sharpie. Let's go to the tutorial of these two variations. Let's go. So the setup is very simple. You take your Sharpie and your hand. You need to take your index finger and a thumb and go in this position. You take your plastic disc, you put it over here between your index and a thumb. Then your thread goes over here in between your index and the middle, just like that. After that, it goes back and on the top of your index finger. You can release your thumb at this moment, just like that. You can see your plastic disc over here, and the thread is in the middle position of your index finger and the middle finger. Now you need to take like this. From that side, we can see that there is no thread. It is very important that you don't need to flash any thread. So I perform it like this. I showed the marker, I place it on this index finger, then go down just like that. Then it goes in the balance. I talk a little bit about balance. And then you can see the impossible balance. The angles for this effect is very simple. The person who watches from there, he will see the cleanest impossible balance ever. But from this side, you will see the thread. Okay, so you need to perform just only for people who are looking from front. Okay, it is very important. After that, you release it, and the effect has gone. Well, let's try it again. You take your Sharpie marker, you place it in between your index and a thumb, just like that. Now you can see the thread. The thread goes in between your index and the middle finger. Now the Sharpie marker goes back. You can release your thumb at this moment and goes on top of your index finger in this position. Now you need to feel it. Just feel your marker, okay? After that, I perform it like this. No one see the thread. I can show this Sharpie marker. I show it to the audience. Place it on the index finger of the left hand. Then I perform it for several seconds, just like that. No thread is going here. I said a little bit about impossible balance. And after that, I can show to everybody that there is an ordinary Sharpie marker. And that's all. I think that this effect is really practical. So now I will show you how I perform this trick for the spectators. So please take your right hand and put this in this position, okay? I will use an ordinary Sharpie marker, put it, and I will place it on your hand. So this is an ordinary balance, but if I want, I will do the impossible balance. You can see that there is no invisible threads, another thing. This is an ordinary Sharpie marker, and I can show that it is a really ordinary Sharpie marker. And at this point, after the effect, I go in my pocket with a Sharpie, just like that, and the static marker go inside my pocket. But at this point, maybe the spectator want to examine the marker, but I have the second marker over here. You can see it over here, and I take the normal marker after that, and I can do just like that, and the spectator can examine your marker. Now let's take a look on my favorite magic effect with cards called Card Ninja. Yeah, let's go. And now I will show you the effect called Card Ninja. So, say stop anytime you want and stop, okay? Over here, please remember this card, okay? Now I will use our static electricity to find your card. I will use this card and place it somewhere in the middle of this pack, and all the cards are going on the top of your card. Watch. Now I will use the static electricity. 1, 2, 3. And the marker magnetized to your card. Watch. Now I will find your card in an impossible way. 1, 2, and one card jumps out, and this is your card. And now let's take a look how to perform this magic effect. The presentation of this effect is very simple. You need to say that you will find a spectator's card using static electricity. So now they need to select any card from the deck. They just need to say stop, and you can give this card to them, and while they're remembering the card, you need to make a setup. So let's take a look on your setup. So, for example, the spectator will select the ace of spades. It will be the spectator's card. Now, while they're remembering this card, you need to take, for example, 20 cards from the top and place it just like that. After that, you need to take your static marker and put this plastic disc in this position over here. Now, you need to take the plastic disc, you place it over here, your left thumb need to take it. And now the plastic disc is in this position. You can see it over here. The main part of this effect is that you need to take your thumb and place it on this plastic disc. The thread needs to be over here, from the head of the angle, just in this position. It is very important. After that, you need to take your middle finger and you need to cover your thread. Nobody knows that your thread is over here. Remember, be brave. After that, you take the ace of spades, the spectator's card, and put it on top of your thread. Now, the main part of this trick is that you need to release your thumb and take your plastic disc in this position. You can see it over here. Now the plastic disc in on top of spectator's card. So the thread is over here. Watch, I place it just like that. The thread is on the angel. The spectator card go on top, and then you can release your plastic disc and put it in this position. It is very important. After that, you take all the cards and place it on top of this plastic disc, just like that. After that, you need to go from this position to this position. And in this position, you need to talk about like static electricity or magnetic electricity. Watch. You need to take your thumb and an index finger and take your Sharpie just like that, and you need to cover this thread with your index finger, just like that. You said that I will find your card with this Sharpie marker. Watch. 1, 2, and then you release, and it goes in this position. After that, you can show that this marker magnetized to your card. Then you need to carefully place all the cards in this position. And you can see that nothing happens because your static marker is ready for the show. Now you need to know this motion. Watch, your static marker is here. Now you need to go down and up. So the marker is in this position, you go down and then you go up. So down and then up. I will show you. So remember, 20 cards, the spectator card is the ace of spades. You place the card on the top, just like that. You release your thumb. You place all the cards on top of the plastic disc. You take in this position. You can grab it just with your fingers in this position, and you need to cover the thread with your index finger. Now, 1, 2, boom! It magnetized to your card. After that, you place it on the table. Watch, you go down. The main part for this effect that the cards need to be in this position, in this angle position. So the cards are here, they start moving in this position, and there is in this position you go up. I will show it to you how it was done. Watch the ace of spades, because this trick is really not easy, so you need to practice a lot with it. So you place the ace of spades, the plastic disc is on top, you take the cards, you place it on top, you perform this trick with your index finger and the thumb, and after that you go down and up, and one card jumps out to my left hand over here, the ace of spades. So you need to practice a lot to perform this trick, but this trick is really practical effect. And now I will show you this trick, but from the front again. Watch, they select any card, for example this card, I'll place it over here, but in your right hand must be, for example, 15 or 20 cards. It is very important, please experiment with it. Then you take a Sharpie marker with a gimmick. You take their card, place it on top of your thread. Then you need to take all the cards and place it on top of your plastic disc. Then you need just perform this magnetic electricity, for example. You place it on the table and now you need to go down and up and you will catch the card. Watch, down and up to my hands, and this is the spectator's card. Please guys, you need just to practice. It is really practical thing, but you need to practice. But you need to remember that the most important part of this effect is your thread tension. It must be really loose and big, because it will be like here and like this tension, you can't perform this trick. You need to have really loose thread and tension, just like that. And after that you can perform this trick easily. Let's take a look on the another magic effect. Let's go. And now I will show you the magnetic effect. I will use a playing card and a Sharpie, but I perform it for people who are sitting, so now you are sitting. Watch, nothing in my hands, I will place it somewhere on top of the marker, just like that. I need to find the impossible balance. Okay, now it is an imbalance, yes, but I can go further and just like that. And now I can do it better only with one corner, watch. Only one corner, and with a snap, booms, one card jumps out from the marker, and it is an ordinary playing card and an ordinary Sharpie marker. Let's take a look how to do this trick. And now I will teach you how to perform this magnetic magic effect using a static marker and a playing card. So you need to know a lot about angles in this trick and your setup before your show. So before your show you need to take the cap off and take this plastic disc just like that and put it in this position. Once again, just over here. You can see that plastic disc is now in this position on the black part of the marker. I take a cap and put the cap on top of the marker, just like that. Okay, and this is your setup, but you need to really practice with your angles. You need to perform this magic trick only if the person is sitting, remember it. You need to cover this pimp with your index finger and a thumb, just like that. Then your setup is over here. You take your thumb and you need to take your thread just like that. Okay, you take it. Then you take a playing card, you place the corner on that position and you release the thread. And now your thread is on top of your card. Then all you need to do is just say that I will find a balance over here, okay. Then you need to cover your plastic disc. And after that, you can go further and take on this angel, for example, just like that. But you need to rotate your marker a little bit, because if I don't rotate my marker, it will be like this. It is not a magic trick. The magic trick is over here. You take, you rotate a little bit, and it is over here. You can show that there is no threads or other things. After that, you can go further. Go over here, you need to rotate a little bit. And the best part of this magic effect is that you can do it with a corner. You need to know, but nobody knows about your thread, so be very brave. And after that, all you need to do is just take like this, and the card will jump from your thread to your hand. I will perform it again. So you take, you do this motion with your thumb, one, you take a card from your spectator, you put it on top, and just like that. You can use one thread until not two, okay? You take it, you go like this, a little bit of rotating your marker, then a corner, and then you can just go snap and just go like this. And there is no thread over here, so nobody knows that there is a thread. So you can flash it like this, and you can just rotate, nothing here. You can rotate it, nothing here, nothing here, nothing here. So be brave and practice a lot with your angles for your audience. After you perform this trick to your spectator, you can take a card and give them for the examination. And at this point, you take the cap off, and your plastic disc will be over here because you take your thumb and put it on the thread. And after that, you can just take it to this position, and in this situation you can just break your thread for examination of the marker, or you can just take and change it to a normal Sharpie marker. Let's go further and to another magic effect. And now I will show you the freezing time magic effect. I have a static marker and a ring. If I put it over here and go like this, it will fall down. But now I will show you how I can freeze the time. Watch. A ring is over here. Watch. 1, 2, 3. It not fall down, but when I want it, it will fall just to my hand. And this is an ordinary ring that you can take from your spectator. And now I can show you how to do this trick and how to do your setup. Let's go. Now I will teach you how to perform the freezing time magic effect. So you need to take a static marker and not too heavy and not too light ring. I will use this ring. I think it is very perfect for this trick. So the setup is very easy. While you are talking with your spectator, you can borrow their ring and they can put their ring on the marker by their own, or you can take their ring and put it on the marker just like that. After that, while you're talking about like static electricity, about freezing the time, and that you can stop anytime you want, so you take the Sharpie marker and put it in this position. And while you are talking to them, you need to take your index finger and the thumb, put it on this plastic disc. You need to take this plastic disc, just go like this, and you need to go in this position. So the setup looks really easy, but you need to practice. So now the plastic disc is under my thumb and index finger is in this position. So now a person will not see the thread, because for them, they don't see the thread because the thread is behind the marker. So let's try it again. So the person take their ring and put it on the marker. You place it in this position. While you're talking, the main part is misdirection. You can ask any question on other thing, and after that you need to take 1 and 2. So now you are ready to perform this trick. So you need to take your left hand and show to the audience that their ring is on the marker, just like that. You can just show to them. But after that, you need to tilt your marker and the ring will like fall. But it not fall because of your thread. So you show to them it, then you just tilt. It will not fall because of your thread. And the main part of this effect is just you show that there is no threads at all. Then you can just snap your finger and release your tension with your thumb. So, boom, and a ring will fall to your hand or to the spectator's hand. I prefer to perform it in the spectator's hand. So I take the ring, I put it on the marker, I show that it is ordinary marker. I ask him a question, so do you know that I can freeze a time? I just do this very practical move, and after that I just want to watch. I will tilt my marker and your ring will not fall. So I ask them to put their hand just in this position. I perform in this position, okay? And after that I just like snap my fingers and it will fall to their hand. I think that this trick is very easy and very, very practical. Now I will teach you a bonus effect with static marker. I will use different cities and countries for it, and I will use my table. Now I take my static marker, I go like this. With static electricity, I will find, for example, I will force a Canada. So now I will find a Canada. 1, 2, 3. And this is Canada. So this is a really cool effect that you can perform with your static marker and an ordinary piece of papers. So now let's take a look a little bit closer to this trick. So now I will show you how to make this really hard trick. So you need to take this double stick tape and you need to take a little bit of it, just this amount. Okay. Next one, you take your static marker with this plastic disc, you put it on top. Then you need to take your paper off the double stick tape. So you take it and now you need to peel it, just like that. Okay. Then you need to take it and make like this one. Okay. It looks like very creepy, but it really works with it. Now nobody knows that you have a double stick tape over here and this is your setup. The next one you take and you need to prepare a lot of different countries or cities. Okay? And while you're performing, you can say that there are a lot of different cities and countries over here. You take an ordinary piece of paper, you give it to the spectator, and they need to write any city or country in the world. For example, they name Canada, okay? While they're making it, you need to take your different countries and you need to make a really good fan. And after that, you need to take one of the cities, you need to make this move, and now you're ready. You take their city, you show it to them and you put it somewhere like in the middle of the spec, but you need to take it and put it just like that over here. But from that side it creates a really powerful illusion. Watch, you need to take 1, 2 and you put it over here. You can make like for you can see all the cities, or you can make, for example, like this. You take it and you place it not in the middle, but just like that. But people think that you put it in the middle. You do go like this, and you just need to show that there are no their city or country on top. There is no their city or country on the bottom. And after that, I will show you how to perform this trick. So now at this point, the city is on the top, or a country. So you need to take it in this position, then you take your Sharpie marker of your pocket, you place the double stick tape on it, and you need to perform this move. Just like that. You take it, your thumb, you place it on the plastic disc, then you need to rotate all the things, but in this position, the thread must be behind your marker. You take it, then you need to go like this, and this is your misdirection. After that, you are now ready to perform this trick. Your setup looks like this. You have a city or country over here. The plastic disc is just in this position. You need to a little bit press on it. Or you can see this position. You need to experiment in this. So now I'm ready to perform, so I just go like this and said, please think about your city or country. I will use static electricity. You go like this, and after that you need just to release your thumb. And you will succeed. So again, you go 1, 2, and then boom. And you can show to the person just like that they selected Canada, for example. After that, you grab all the stickers, all the papers from the table, and at this point you just can go like this and take it off. And at this point they can even examine that paper that they wrote their city. And at this point all you can do is just take and tore your marker. And now the spectator can even examine your marker that you performed. Or the better is you take it, you put it in your pocket, and you just switch it to a normal Sharpie marker. And that's all, but in this trick you need practice a lot because it is really hard and not so practical. But if you will practice a lot, you will able to show this miracle for audience and they will react. Thank you for watching this video till the end. We really appreciate it, but you need to practice a lot with static marker because it is very practical, but you need to practice and only after that you can use it in your show. Guys, we have our own magic shop called Wonder Maker Shop. You can see the link over here. You can go there and check for more powerful magic and really practical magic like Firewatch to Zero. For example, I will use this coin, I will take it, place it in this hand, a little bit of rubbing, and it vanishes with a splash. It is a really small fire shooter that fits under any watch. In my situation, it was an Apple Watch. And the main part is there is no remote control at all. All you need to do is just take and rotate your hand. Thank you for watching again, and please remember, make your wonder now. Bye bye!